So what drew me to the technology part of the program is that I currently work in technology. I am a senior scrum master for Cox Automotive. And it was an opportunity for me to actually give back and help others. I mean, I've been in the position where I was out of the job market for a little while. It took me some time to get back in, so I kind of understand that experience. So it's just an opportunity for me to give back and help others. So I found out about the program through a coworker. Not sure how she got involved, but she recruited myself and another Scrum Master to kind of help with the training, see if we were interested. So, and I was like, absolutely. I love training and coaching and all of that, so it's right up my alley, yes.
I heard about this program from Jahari. I got an email actually from Valerie first. Valerie I met through a Women in Technology leadership program that I was involved in years back. And I was really taken back by how much volunteerism she does and how many things she's involved in. Usually when she emails me about a volunteer opportunity, it doesn't work out. So this time, instead of saying no, even though I didn't feel like I was qualified, I said, let me see what I can do. So then I reached out to Jahari, and Jahari said, let's make this work. And I myself am a Scrum Master. I moved over to the role after a few years of being in different roles on Scrum teams. And my background is actually not technology, it was retail. So I know what it's like to have a shift in life, and I know what it's like not to know what to want to do. And so my journey through my background in retail to technology is kind of odd. So I know what it's like not to know where to go and what you're headed to, and when an opportunity comes, I know how important it is for the person taking the opportunity. So I wanted to be able to give back and provide a path for someone else too.
Well, when I transferred over to Smyrna, one of my first official duties was working with cohort with TechBridge, and I know that coming in, there was a lot of work that was being done on the staff side to ensure that it was a smooth transition for the people who were investing 16 weeks of their life, which is a lot to ask people. And any of the hiccups we ran into, whether it was schedule conflicts or trying to be accommodating when people had life circumstances that got in the way of being successful through program, I've learned a lot from watching staff troubleshoot that and make sure that it's a tailored, person-centered approach for our participants, so that by the time we're at this place, at this stage, where we've reached now a fall cohort, our third for Cobb, I see now that we can anticipate a lot of those factors as they come at us. And we know that this is a particularly larger cohort of people we're having through a skills program. So there's a lot of people that you have to navigate, negotiate their situations. And I feel that we've really been able to fully tailor the program in a way that is most likely going to ensure success for every person who goes through it. When thinking about a particular participant who's gone through this program, I like to think about the evolution of perhaps two. One was a young lady who initially started the program very quiet, reserved, sat kind of towards the back, and was not necessarily super engaged and confident in her communication skills. And within the first month, we identified that that was going to be a potential problem for her going into interviewing and moving into employment, especially when you have to be assertive when you want to get a new position and what will be a transition into a new type of career. So having identified that issue and talked with her through that and really encouraged her to move up front, ask questions, and really engage with her instructors, I saw a totally different person come out of that. The person who ended up interviewing with employers and actively pursuing a career in tech is not the same person who walked through the door. So I was particularly impressed with her evolution just as someone who became more confident in her own competence. So that's one person I think was a good highlight. And I had another gentleman who he identified very early as someone who was perhaps questioned himself on his ability to be successful. He had told me early on that he had a phobia of employment in many ways because he was unable to keep a job longer than 6 months or so. Even though he was always able to find work, he had a problem keeping work, and he was always concerned that it was something about him that was creating the problem. And I noticed the evolution on his end of learning to stop second-guessing himself. And as far as the most recent cohort graduation, he's the one who I know has received an offer and accepted a job that's at the highest pay rate we've received so far. And that's something he accomplished on his own by his mid-20s that he probably did not think he would be able to do.